Earth's Titan warship makes first contact. Sensors fail and the galaxy holds its breath. HFY, the stars of the Vargan sector burned cold and distant, scattered across the black emptiness of space. Alien fleets moved through the darkness like hunting predators, each warship watching the others carefully. No one trusted anyone. Centuries of fighting and alliances built and broken had made this place dangerous. Every commander knew that even a small mistake could start a war. In the middle of the sector, near a dead star, the silence of space was broken by an impossible sight. A massive ship appeared so suddenly that it seemed to come from nowhere. It was huge, larger than any battleship the aliens had ever seen. Its surface was smooth and dark, like polished stone, reflecting almost nothing. There were no visible weapons, no markings, no signs of life. Yet everyone watching could feel its presence. Alien scanners blinked and hummed, trying to detect the new arrival. The readings were strange. The ship should have appeared on every screen clearly, but it did not. It seemed to hide itself from every sensor. The closest alien commander, a tall being with gray skin and sharp black eyes named Lurak, shouted at his officers, "Why can't we see it? Where is it hiding?" His crew checked again and again. Every system that could scan the ship failed. Even when the alien fleet fired a test beam, the ship's shield seemed to absorb it without any effect. Panic began to spread. Some thought it was a weapon from an ancient race, long gone. Others whispered that it was a myth of old, a ghost ship returned to destroy the living. Inside the enormous vessel, human officers were calm. Captain Daniel Brooks walked slowly down the main corridor, his boots echoing against the steel floor. He was tall, with a steady presence and a voice that carried authority without shouting. His first officer, Lisa Grant, followed closely, checking the communications console. Her eyes were sharp, and she noticed every small detail on the displays. "Captain, they are scanning us again," she said. "Every fleet in the sector is trying to detect our position, but the sensors keep failing. It is creating confusion." Daniel nodded.
We expected this.
"Our drive core is new. It interferes with long-range sensors. We cannot turn it off without risking life support." He paused and looked out of the view window. The dead star glowed dimly behind them, casting a faint red light across the deck. "Let them be afraid. It is better they think we are untouchable than they see us as weak." The bridge was quiet except for the soft hum of the ship's engines. Communications Officer Eric Cole tapped at his console, trying to send signals to the surrounding fleets. He was young but skilled, and his hands moved quickly over the controls. "I am sending simple math patterns and visual signals," he said. "It is the only way to show we are alive and not hostile." Meanwhile, Lurik's fleet was in chaos. His ships were clustered around the dead star, their weapons ready. Other alien leaders argued over what to do next. "We cannot let this ship stay," one said, a being named Thrax with a voice like metal. "It is too large. It could destroy us all without firing a single shot." "But it is not fired," another argued, a female officer named Vera. "We do not know its intentions." "Perhaps it is only exploring." "No," Thrax snapped. "It is too powerful to explore." The tension in the alien fleets grew. Every commander feared that the human ship could destroy them all. They had never seen technology like this. They had seen massive warships before, but nothing with this kind of silent power. Back on the human vessel, Daniel spoke calmly to his crew. "Keep monitoring. Do not respond unless necessary. Let them make the first mistake. We will not attack unless it is unavoidable." Lisa nodded. "Sensors are showing strange interference in nearby ships as well. Their systems are failing more and more." The aliens tried again to scan the ship. They sent out drones, beams and pulses. Everything failed. Some fleets began to retreat slightly, unsure of what they were facing. Others tightened their positions, preparing for battle. But no one wanted to fire first, afraid of what might happen. Daniel walked to the tactical map and looked at the glowing dots representing alien ships around them. Hundreds of ships, ready to destroy the human Titan, yet none could see it clearly. He breathed slowly. They do not know what we are, he said. And that is our advantage. A sudden alarm went off. Eric looked at the console and frowned. Captain, a small ship is approaching fast. It is ignoring our signals. Daniel moved closer. Show it on the main screen. The bridge screen flickered and displayed a triangular alien vessel moving toward them. It fired a warning shot, a beam of energy meant to scare the humans. The beam hit the Titan's shields and disappeared. The ship did not flinch. Do not return fire, Daniel said. We are not the attackers. The beam left no damage, but it startled some crew members. Lisa checked the readings. They are testing us. They think we are defenseless. Eric tried to send a message.
We are not hostile. Please do not attack.
We are explorers. The communication signal was simple, using light patterns and sounds. It was universal math, meant to show intelligence without aggression. The alien ship paused, but then its commander made a decision. Another beam fired, stronger this time. The humans' automated defense systems activated without waiting for orders. Small drones launched from the Titan, moving fast and precise. They hit the alien ship's engines and weapons, shutting them down, but without destroying the ship. The alien fleets were shocked. They had expected a war, but humans had not fired back. The ship had power to destroy them, but it chose not to. Fear and confusion spread across every fleet. More alien ships tried to move in, but their sensors failed again. They could not see the human Titan clearly or even each other. The dead star's energy combined with the human drive core created interference across the system. The alien commanders yelled orders that made little sense. Weapons misfired, ships collided, and many retreated out of fear. Inside the Titan, Daniel watched calmly. Good, he said. We have their attention. Now they will hesitate before attacking. We show strength without violence. Lisa nodded.
They cannot see our hull clearly.
They cannot read our intentions. They only know we exist and that we are strong. Days passed like this. The human Titan floated silently near the dead star. Alien fleets moved around it, unsure of what to do. Each commander feared the other fleets more than they feared the humans. Daniel used this time to study alien behavior and prepare for the next move. Captain, Eric said one morning, some fleets are trying to leave the system quietly. They are afraid of what we might do next. Daniel smiled. Let them leave. We do not need to fight. We are explorers, not conquerors. Lisa added, but we should prepare. If they return with more ships, we must be ready. The Titan's crew worked tirelessly, maintaining the ship and monitoring alien movements. Each crew member knew that they were the first humans beyond their region to face so many alien species at once. Each understood the risk. Any mistake could mean death. Not just for them, but for the entire human crew. As the sun of the dead star dimmed, casting a red glow across the system, Daniel looked at his crew and said, Remember, we are humans. We are not the galaxy's greatest fighters yet, but we have something no one else has. We have reason and control. Do not let fear rule your decisions. The alien fleets continued to watch. Fear grew in their eyes as their sensors failed again and again. The Titan moved slowly, carefully, like a silent giant in the middle of the galaxy. Every alien knew that one wrong move could bring total destruction. And yet, no one fired. For now, the humans waited. They waited and observed, calm and steady. The galaxy held its breath, not knowing what this silent Titan would do next. And for the first time, everyone realized that the humans were not like any species they had met before. The alien fleets did not relax. Even after days of hesitation, fear still gripped every commander. Every ship's sensors were unreliable, and no one dared to approach too closely. Yet the dead star's dim light reflected off the Titan's hull, showing its massive size and reminding all watchers that it was real, not a ghost. Commander Lurak paced the bridge of his flagship. His gray hands clenched the railing as he watched the situation unfold. We cannot allow this to continue, he said to his officers. It may be exploring now, but it has power to destroy us all. We cannot show weakness. Someone must act. A younger officer, trembling slightly, replied, "Commander, we have tried scanning it. Our beams, our drones, nothing works. Its defenses are impossible. If we attack, we may lose everything." Lurax slammed his clawed fist on the console.
Do not speak of fear.
"Attack or we wait for death. We must force its hand." Meanwhile, the human Titan continued its slow patrol near the dead star. Captain Daniel Brooks stood on the bridge, his calm presence steady as the humans prepared for any move. "They will act soon," he said quietly to Lisa Grant. "Humans rarely fight first. They will make the first mistake if they are afraid." Lisa nodded, keeping her eyes on the screens. "Our sensors show their energy readings. Their fleets are building tension. They do not want to fire first, but some of them cannot wait. They are nervous." Eric Cole tapped at his console, trying to maintain communication. "I have been sending repeated signals in math and light patterns. They do not respond clearly. Some seem confused, others aggressive. It is like they do not know what to do."
The first warning shot came just as Daniel predicted.
A small triangular alien vessel surged forward, firing a beam of blue energy directly at the Titan. It was meant to intimidate, a message that humans were trespassing in forbidden space. Daniel's hands gripped the rail as he watched the beam hit the Titan's shields. There was a loud hum, but no damage. The Titan did not respond. No human weapons fired, no drones launched. The ship remained calm, like a giant observing a small insect. Lisa's voice was steady. "Captain, they expect us to react." The shot was measured. "They are testing us." Daniel turned to her. "Do not let them see fear or anger. We will not fire. Let them see our strength without violence." The alien ship paused, almost hesitating, then fired again. This time it was a stronger energy blast, meant to break the human shields and force a reaction. Sensors on the alien flagship picked up the feedback. The human Titan remained untouched, the shields glowing briefly, then returning to their calm state. Inside the Titan, the defense systems recognized the threat. Automated drones launched from concealed bays along the hull. They moved like shadows, small but extremely fast. They intercepted the alien ship's engines and weapons, disabling them without destroying the vessel. Engines stopped. Weapons went silent. The alien ship drifted, powerless but intact. Across the galaxy, the other fleets gasped at the display. They had expected humans to strike back with lethal force. They had not expected mercy. Confusion spread rapidly. Which was stronger, the humans' weaponry or their will to choose peace? Lurax's claws tightened around his console. "What is this?" he shouted. "They could destroy us. They could destroy every fleet here, and they do nothing." "Are they insane?" Lisa watched the readings carefully. "Captain, the interference is spreading. Their sensors cannot detect the Titan clearly anymore, nor can they see each other. The system is collapsing. Weapons are misfiring, engines are failing." Daniel nodded slowly. "Good. Let them fight confusion. Fear is already working in our favor."
Alien commanders argued furiously.
Thrax's metallic voice boomed across his flagship. "We cannot attack. Sensors are failing. Engines misfire. If we move, we may destroy each other by accident," Vera hissed in frustration. "Then we must retreat and regroup. We cannot fight blindly." But it was too late. Some smaller fleets, desperate to act, advanced toward the human Titan. Their weapons were aimed. Every movement was calculated, yet they could not account for the human interference in the system. Another energy blast struck the Titan, this time from a larger cruiser. Once again, the defense drones moved. They disabled engines and weapons, neutralizing the attack. No ships were destroyed, but their ability to fight was removed. The human ship remained untouched, calm, and silent. Across the bridges of alien fleets, panic grew. Officers shouted orders, but their commands did not reach the fleet properly. Sensor failures meant that ships could not see where their allies were, and weapons sometimes fired into empty space or even toward each other. Collisions occurred. Some ships were forced to retreat to avoid disaster. Inside the Titan, Daniel studied the situation.
They are beginning to understand, he said quietly.
They fear us, but they do not understand our intentions. That is enough. Lisa continued monitoring the communications channels. Some ships are trying to send messages. They want to negotiate, but the signals are fragmented. I think confusion is stopping them. Eric added, I've been trying to send new signals, more visual, more direct. It is slow, but some ships are receiving them. They may understand eventually. The Dead Star's dim glow reflected across the hull of the Titan. It cast long shadows along the bridge, as if the humans were standing in a ghostly red light. It was a reminder that they were alone in an alien system, surrounded by fleets that could destroy them in an instant, yet none dared. Daniel looked at the tactical map. Hundreds of alien ships circled the Titan, some retreating, some advancing, all uncertain. He smiled faintly. Let them fear us. That is the best defense. Suddenly, a loud alarm rang out. Eric pointed to the display. Captain, a large alien fleet is preparing to attack. They have formed a combined strike force. We may have trouble if they coordinate. Daniel's eyes narrowed. Then we must be ready. Activate all defensive protocols. Let them come. We will protect ourselves without aggression. The combined alien strike force moved cautiously, their ships humming with energy and weapons primed. Yet as they approached, sensors failed again. Engines misfired. Communications broke down. Ships collided with each other. Some fired at empty space. Fear was spreading faster than strategy. Lisa watched with fascination. It is like they cannot trust themselves or each other. They cannot even aim properly. Daniel nodded.
That is why we wait.
Strength without aggression is more terrifying than strength with it. They are learning that now. The human crew worked tirelessly. Every system was monitored. Drones were ready. Shields were at full strength. Communication signals were sent repeatedly. The humans remained calm, even as the alien fleets moved closer, and chaos spread. Across the bridges of alien ships, officers screamed and argued. Lurak paced, furious. Thrax barked orders that no one could follow. Ships that were meant to advance fell back accidentally. Some were disabled by misfiring weapons. Others drifted into the Dead Star's orbit unintentionally. Daniel and his officers observed carefully. Their first attack failed, he said quietly. Now we must wait and see if they will make another mistake. We do not strike, we only defend and survive. Days passed like this. Every movement the aliens made was uncertain. Some tried to flee. Some tried to coordinate attacks, but all failed. The humans did not need to strike a single blow to maintain the advantage. The Titan itself became a symbol of power, calm, and intelligence. Lisa reported, Captain, some fleets are considering retreat. They do not understand our ship. They are afraid of it. Some are sending signals asking to negotiate.
Daniel nodded.
Good. Let them ask. We will respond, but only after they see that we are reasonable, not reckless. That is the difference between humans and others. Eric continued sending messages. I think some ships are receiving them. They are slowing down, observing, trying to understand. Confusion and fear are working in our favor. The Dead Star glowed dimly, casting long shadows across the empty space. The Titan floated like a silent sentinel, calm and patient. The alien fleets hesitated, unsure of what to do next. Their fear had slowed them. Their confusion had stopped them from attacking effectively. And for the first time, the humans began to understand the galaxy's reaction. They were not just a species among many. They were a new kind of presence, strong, patient, and unwilling to fight without reason. The human crew continued their watch, alert but calm. Every officer understood that the next move could change everything. Every alien ship that survived the failed attacks grew more cautious. Every commander realized that this ship could destroy them all if it chose to, but had not. Daniel looked out at the stars, thinking quietly. Patience, he said. Patience and reason. That is how humans survive. That is how humans will show the galaxy who we are. For days, the dead star system became a tense stage. Alien fleets moved with fear, hesitation, and confusion. Humans remained silent, patient, and prepared. The Titan had already won the first round without firing a single weapon at the enemy. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what the humans would do next. The Titan's calm presence was more terrifying than weapons. And the humans knew that their real strength was not in destruction, but in control, intelligence, and the courage to act only when necessary. The story of the first human warship in the Vargan sector had begun. And already it was changing the galaxy. The alien fleets had grown restless. Days of confusion, misfires, and fear had taken their toll. Ships hovered at a distance, engines humming, weapons ready, but no one dared to act decisively. The human Titan floated silently near the dead star, enormous and calm, its hull dark and reflective, like a shadow against the red glow. Captain Daniel Brooks walked along the bridge, his boots echoing lightly. He watched the displays, reading every movement of the alien fleets. "They are uncertain," he said quietly to Lisa Grant. "Every commander is afraid of making the first mistake. They do not understand us yet, and that is our advantage." Lisa nodded, her eyes on the screens. "They are sending signals. Some are trying to communicate. Others are just observing. The confusion is slowing their movements even more."
Eric Cole tapped the console rapidly. "I am trying to respond."
"I've used math patterns, light pulses, even simple visual signals to show we are not hostile. Some ships are receiving it, but they do not understand fully." Daniel studied the tactical map. Hundreds of alien ships circled the Titan, yet none came close. The interference from the dead star and the human drive core had left most sensors unreliable. Ships could barely see each other, much less the Titan. "They are afraid," he said, "and they are right to be." Inside one of the alien command ships, Commander Lurok's claws tapped nervously on the console. His gray eyes darted from screen to screen. "Why do they not attack?" he demanded. "They could destroy us in a single strike. Why do they hesitate?" Thrax, a metallic-voiced officer, growled in frustration. "Perhaps they are insane. Or perhaps they are stronger than we imagined. I do not like this. Every moment we wait, our position weakens." Vera, the female officer, spoke quietly, almost pleading. "We should try to communicate. If they are explorers, perhaps we can avoid disaster. They do not act aggressively. That is not the same as planning war." Lurok's eyes narrowed. "Communicate with something we cannot understand? No. Attack or retreat. There is no other choice." Back on the Titan, Daniel continued to monitor the situation. He walked past the bridge windows, looking out at the fleets. "They are nervous," he said. "But fear alone will not make them fight. We need to show them reason, too." Lisa nodded. "How do we do that?" Daniel smiled faintly. "By showing them who we are. Humans do not strike without reason. They will see that soon." Eric began sending a new set of signals. This time it was more direct. He used lights, movement patterns, and sound pulses to create simple images: oceans, mountains, cities, people walking, children playing. The images were clear and basic, designed to show life, not war. Across the alien fleets, some commanders paused. They observed the new signals, confused. Life? Humans were showing life? But what did it mean? A weapon would not show images of cities or children. The messages were strange, alien, and human. Vera watched the displays carefully. "They are not attacking, they are showing us themselves. Look at these images. It is not a threat. It is..."
Explanation.
Lurok growled. "Do not trust it. It is a trick. Every being in history has used deception." This could be a trap, but some of the smaller fleets hesitated. Engines hummed softly. Weapons were lowered slightly. Curiosity was growing, and for the first time, fear mixed with something else. Understanding. Inside the Titan, Daniel saw the change.
They are beginning to listen, he said. Not all, but some are.
That is enough. Lisa added, we have a response from one of the larger ships. The signals are slow, but the translation is coming through. The alien calls herself Tala. She is trying to communicate. Eric looks surprised. We are actually talking to someone. She is intelligent and cautious. She does not know what to do, but she wants to understand. Daniel nodded. Good. That is what we need. Keep communication open. Show them we do not intend to harm. Damn, let them see reason. Tala's ship moved cautiously closer, keeping a safe distance. Her crew studied the human titan carefully, scanning without firing. Inside her vessel, she spoke to her officers. We must see. This species, they are unlike any we have met. Their power is great, but their behavior is strange. They do not attack. They are calm. The humans continued their display of life. Simple images, clear and direct, showing that humans were explorers, not warriors. The alien fleets began to realize the truth. The humans could destroy them if they chose, but they were choosing restraint. But just as understanding began to grow, a sudden alert broke the calm. The dead star's orbit, once considered empty, revealed movement. Small objects, debris, and strange machines activated. Ancient defense systems from a long-dead race were awakening. They fired beams and missiles at both alien and human ships without discrimination. Daniel's eyes narrowed. They were hiding. Automated defense systems. Old technology. They are not intelligent, but they are dangerous. Lisa immediately began analyzing the threat. There are hundreds, maybe thousands. They are targeting every ship nearby. Alien fleets and humans alike are in danger. Eric worked quickly. I am sending alerts to the alien ships. We need to coordinate defense, even if temporarily. Otherwise, none of us survive. Across the fleets, confusion turned to panic. Weapons fired automatically, but many misfired due to sensor failures. Ships tried to maneuver, but collisions were common. Engines failed as systems overloaded under the sudden assault. Daniel acted swiftly. Activate full defensive protocols. Launch drones. Protect alien ships where possible. We save them now and they will remember it. The Titan's drones moved like shadows, fast and precise. They intercepted the ancient machines' weapons, disabling them one by one. The human systems, designed to operate without external sensors, gave them an advantage. Every alien ship that could be reached was guided to safety. Tala's ship followed the Titan's directions cautiously. They are helping us, she said to her officers. This species, they are not like the others. They fight to protect, not to destroy. The battle raged for hours. Ancient machines were destroyed, some captured for analysis. Alien fleets, though damaged, survived because of human intervention. Communication continued between Eric Cole and Tala, slowly building trust across species lines. Captain Daniel watched calmly from the bridge. See, strength with control is more powerful than raw aggression. They will remember this. Lisa glanced at him. They may not understand fully yet, but they are learning. Fear is turning into respect. Tala's voice came across the communication channel. We do not fully understand your species yet, but we see that you are different. You have power, yet choose restraint. You fight only when necessary. Eric smiled. That is humanity. We do not seek to destroy without reason. We act to survive and to protect. The alien fleets began to regroup, but now with caution and respect. Commander Lurik remained uneasy, but even he could not ignore the humans' control and skill. Ships that were damaged were repaired, fleets reorganized, and tension began to shift. Daniel looked out at the red glow of the dead star. This is only the beginning. They know we are here. They know we can fight. But now they also know we can choose reason. That is our advantage. Always. Lisa sighed in relief.
It was close. Too close.
If the ancient machines had been stronger, we might not have survived.
Daniel shook his head slightly.
We survived because we were ready. Humans think ahead. Humans plan. That is what the galaxy does not yet understand. The alien fleets, once filled with fear and aggression, now hovered at a cautious distance. Some sent messages of peace. Others continued to observe, curious and respectful. Eric tapped at the console. Captain, some of them are signaling that they want to learn more about humans. They want to avoid war. They are starting to see us as allies, not enemies. Daniel nodded. Good. That is the first step. Trust takes time, but respect can begin immediately. The Dead Star's faint red light reflected across the Titan's hull as the human ship prepared for the next phase. It had survived the first real crisis in the Vargan sector. It had communicated with alien species. It had faced an unknown threat and protected both itself and others. The galaxy had begun to notice humans. They were not just another species. They were strong, patient, and willing to act with reason. The Titan had shown that humans were capable of surviving in a dangerous galaxy not by sheer power alone, but by intelligence, patience, and control. And for the first time, many species across the Vargan sector began to think differently about the humans. Perhaps they were not to be feared or underestimated. Perhaps humanity was a new force to be considered, not with hatred, but with caution and respect. Captain Daniel Brooks stood on the bridge, looking at the fleets that had once been ready to destroy them. He smiled faintly. "We have made the first contact," he said. "And we have done it without unnecessary violence. That is how humans begin their place in the galaxy." The Titan floated silently, calm and prepared, as the Dead Star's glow slowly faded. The galaxy held its breath, waiting for the next move. But now the humans were no longer just a mystery. They were a presence, strong, patient, and wise. The first contact was complete. Misunderstanding had been turned into dialogue. Fear had begun to turn into respect, and the Titan, silent and enormous, had become a symbol of what humanity could achieve in a galaxy that had never known them before. The calm did not last long. Even as the alien fleets began to respect humanity, danger still lurked. The ancient machines, awakened from their long slumber by the energy of the Dead Star and the human Titan, had not been fully destroyed. Hundreds of automated warships, long abandoned but fully armed, had begun to regroup. "They are everywhere, Captain. We are protecting dozens of alien ships. They may survive because of us." Daniel nodded. "Keep it steady. Every life we save is a step toward peace." Tala's ship followed the Titan closely, her own drones working to repair minor damage to other alien ships. She marveled at the humans' efficiency. "They are not just fighting to survive," she said. "They are fighting to protect others. That is not like any species we have met." Eric tapped at the communication console. "Captain, some of the alien fleets are starting to follow our directions. They are learning quickly. If we coordinate fully, we might be able to destroy the ancient machines entirely."
Daniel smiled faintly.
"Then we must lead. Humans do not fight alone if it is unnecessary. We fight with reason and coordination." The battle intensified. Ancient machines fired relentlessly. Their programming did not care about strategy, only destruction. Alien fleets tried to maneuver, but sensor failures caused collisions and misfires. Engines overloaded, shields dropped, and chaos spread. The Titan moved steadily through the battlefield, calm and precise. Its drones intercepted attacks before they could hit vulnerable ships. Engines of ancient machines were disabled, weapons destroyed, and their formation broke apart. The humans' control of the battle gave hope to every alien commander. Lisa watched closely. "Captain, they are focusing their attack on us. They may be trying to break our formation." Daniel studied the displays. "Let them come. We are stronger in coordination. The moment they focus on us, we control the battlefield." The Titan unleashed another wave of drones. Hundreds of them swarmed the ancient machines, cutting power to their weapons and engines. Ships that had been disabled were guided to safety. The human crew acted like a conductor of a symphony, each movement calculated and precise. Tala's voice came over the communication channel. "This is incredible. We have never seen anything like it. They are controlling the battlefield as if it were a game, but every move saves lives.
Daniel remained focused. This is no game.
Every ship, every life counts. That is what makes humans strong. We act with reason, not fear. As the battle raged, more ancient machines fell. Some exploded from self-destruct sequences, triggered by the humans' interference. Others were disabled completely, left drifting uselessly in space. Alien fleets began to see the humans not just as allies, but as saviors. Eric tapped at the console again.
Captain, we have managed to disable half of the ancient fleet. Alien losses are minimal compared to what could have happened.
Daniel nodded.
Good! Keep going!
We cannot stop until every machine is neutralized. The ancient machines fought back fiercely. One managed to launch a massive energy blast at the Titan, aimed to destroy its shields. The humans' drones intercepted in perfect timing, breaking the beam into harmless fragments. The blast missed every ship. Lisa exhaled. That was close. Daniel remained calm. We planned for this. Humans always plan. Minutes passed like hours. The battle continued, chaotic and dangerous, but controlled by the humans. Alien fleets followed the Titan's commands, learning quickly how to move, aim, and avoid destruction. The humans were teaching them survival in real time. Finally, after hours of relentless fighting, the last ancient machine was disabled. Its engines shut down, weapons neutralized, and it drifted uselessly in space. Silence fell across the system. The alien fleet slowly breathed, realizing they had survived. Tala's ship moved closer to the Titan. "You saved us," she said. "Every fleet that survived owes you their lives. Your species, it is unlike any other we have met."
Daniel shook his head.
"We only did what was necessary. We fought to survive and to protect. That is all humans do." Lisa smiled.
They may begin to understand us now.
Fear is turning into respect. Across the system, alien commanders were silent. Lurak looked at the tactical display, still uneasy but impressed.
They could have destroyed us all, he muttered.
Yet they chose not to. They fought with control and purpose. Thrax nodded slowly. Perhaps we underestimated them. Perhaps humans are not just another species to fear. Perhaps they are something more. The Dead Star's dim red light reflected across the Titan's hull. Hundreds of ships once ready to destroy each other in confusion and fear now floated quietly, damaged but alive. Humans and aliens had survived together, not by luck, but by cooperation guided by the human captain. Eric tapped at the console.
Captain, communications from the alien fleets are coming in.
They are thanking us, asking questions, and even offering cooperation. We have begun first steps toward alliance. Daniel smiled faintly. Good. Let them learn. Humanity does not conquer through fear alone. We gain trust through reason and action. Lisa watched the displays. They are asking about our technology, our ship, our methods. They want to learn. They may fear us, but they respect us now. Tala's voice came again. Captain Brooks, we do not fully understand humans yet, but we have seen what you can do. You are strong, patient, and precise. You fight to protect, not to destroy. That is remarkable. Daniel nodded. That is humanity. We do not act out of impulse. We act out of necessity and reason. That is how we survive, and how we help others survive. Across the Vargan sector, the story of the human Titan spread quickly. Alien fleets that had witnessed the battle shared tales of the massive ship that moved silently, controlled the battlefield, saved lives, and fought only when necessary. Humans were no longer unknown. They were a presence to be respected, feared, and studied. Inside the Titan, the crew prepared for the next step. Systems were repaired, shields reinforced, and drones returned to their bays. Every officer understood the importance of what they had done. Not only had they survived a deadly encounter, but they had shown the galaxy that humanity was different. Daniel looked out at the stars, calm and thoughtful. We have done what we needed to do. We have shown that humans can survive in the galaxy, not through destruction, but through intelligence, patience, and control. Lisa joined him at the window. Do you think they will trust us now? Daniel shook his head slightly. Trust takes time, but respect has begun. That is enough for now. Eric tapped at the console, sending final reports to the fleets. They are responding positively. Many are offering future cooperation, alliances, and study agreements. Humanity's first contact has been successful.
Tala's voice came one last time.
Captain Brooks, you have changed how we see your species. We will remember this. You saved our fleets, taught us cooperation, and showed us strength without aggression. That is unprecedented. Daniel nodded. We did what humans always do. We survive, and we help where we can. That is all. The Dead Star's glow faded as the alien fleet slowly departed, leaving the human Titan alone for now. The battle was over. The galaxy had witnessed humanity's first steps among the stars, and it had been a statement of power, intelligence, and reason. The Titan floated silently, a giant in the dark. The crew worked quietly, preparing for the future. The galaxy had held its breath and now exhaled. Fear had turned into respect. The humans had not just survived, they had changed the way the galaxy thought of them. Captain Daniel Brooks stood on the bridge, looking at the stars. The galaxy will remember today, he said quietly. They will remember that humans fight not for glory, but for survival, for protection, and for reason. That is our place now. That is our strength. The Titan's engines hummed softly. Drones rested in their bays. Alien fleets communicated in cautious cooperation. And the galaxy, wide and full of unknown dangers, had finally met humans, and understood that they were not like any species it had ever known. For the first time, humanity had not just reached the stars. Humanity had become a force to be respected, feared wisely, and watched closely. And in that silence, the Titan moved forward, ready for whatever the galaxy might throw next. Calm, patient, and unyielding. Their programming was simple. Attack anything alive. They did not distinguish between alien fleets or humans. Every ship in the system was a target. Captain Daniel Brooks stood on the bridge, studying the tactical displays. Hundreds of enemy targets were closing in from all directions. They are returning, he said quietly. The ancient machines are reorganizing. We cannot allow them to destroy everyone here. Lisa Grant leaned over the console, watching rapidly moving signals. They are faster this time. Coordinated. They are using energy from the Dead Star itself to power up. Eric Cole was typing furiously. I am sending warning messages to every alien fleet. We need to cooperate, otherwise none of us survive this.
Daniel nodded. Prepare the drones.
Activate all defensive systems. We save them first, then we deal with the machines. The alien fleets were stunned. Tala's ship moved closer to the Titan, keeping engines ready. We will follow your lead, she said to her officers. We owe our survival to these humans. We will fight alongside them. Across the system, the ancient machines advanced. Their weapons fired automatically, tearing through empty space and striking anything in range. Several alien ships were damaged immediately. Their engines failed. Beams of energy tore holes through hulls. Panic spread through the remaining fleets. Daniel remained calm. Focus on the ones we can reach first, he said. Use the drones to protect as many ships as possible. The Titan's automated defense systems activated. Hundreds of drones launched in perfect coordination, moving faster than the ancient machines could track. They intercepted missiles, beams, and projectiles. They disabled weapons and engines without destroying the ships themselves. The humans had the advantage of operating without external sensors, giving them perfect accuracy even as the aliens struggled. Lisa watched the drones work.